Very athletic game. Some emotional moments in some of the calls. Definitely more of an American game than some of the other games than we've seen.
So it was a little chippy
in the tournament, but not. I don't mean that in a foul calling way. Just very, very aggressive.
Okay, so here's Revolver. Let's see. This looks like a little junky zone D from Sockeye. Little double team there from Nate Castine maybe on Sockeye, but uncalled. Now they transition out to man, and Revolver's got a quarter of a field to work it now. They got some options. Stanford's, this is tradition. Stanford is to work it smoothly. Actually, this is what the West Coast offense originated at Stanford University in the 80s, and it was a short offense, Brent. It was a back and forth, not a lot of deep looks, just figuring out which way your defender was going and then going the opposite way.
Huh.
A lot of short passes, quick throws, and so, this is like going back to the basics. Here's Bo under, and he floats one that could be a goal. Nope, not in for Bo Garcia. He's going to have some options here if he takes his time. Ooh, nice D, though, and nope, not enough. It's a swing around to the side, to the break mark side on a dump and a swing, and it's a goal for Cahill.
Do you think we're going to
4-3?
Just that single turnover so far. We'll see. It's interesting to see so much working of the disc by Revolver. They're not putting it up unless they're really sure of it. It's a little bit more conservative than Sockeye, who's gone deep several times to great effect, but also with that one turnover earlier. Turnover's a big thing in this kind of a game. We're 7 points into the game. We've only have a single turnover between both teams.
So here we go. Sockeye underneath. They got a cutter going deep. He's going to send it. No, he holds it. And now he's got little options, but looks like he finds Ben underneath.
Roughly vertical stack looking downfield.
Yeah.
Players moving very vertically on the field.
The break marks again for the open guys, not a problem. Anybody can break almost any time. Great layout. Huge layout by Ben Wiggins to make that. Now let's see what he's going to do. He dumps it up the line for a score. Wiggins makes sure of that one. Makes it look good. And then jams it into the corner. Gosh, we tried to do that in Masters and it never works. It looked like he jammed it into Skippy, actually. Let's see if it's Skippy that he hits.
Hard to see.
Aaron Talbot was saying.
Uh-huh.
So I got word here online that the 3 players, I guess that's not when you get a roster of about 26, I don't think 3 really constitutes a major contingent of former Jam players, but there are pretty major players. Bart Watson, Team USA player, won a bunch. Taylor Casquino, like I mentioned, is one with Condors, the national championships, and then I didn't realize it was also part of that Jam contingent, and Brian Garcia. So that's the answer to that trivia question.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Wow. That's coming back really nicely.
That's about as
That looked very cool. That was fun to watch.
Oh,
Garcia can't get to it. That's what a great pool can do sometimes. It really changes kind of the makeup of the flow of the pace of when you're going to pick up the disc and move it in there. Got to give a lot of credit to Sockeye for that. We got a call here. Bryn, we got to find out who made that pool. I don't know if you were watching down there.
I didn't.
I was trying to follow the disc as it was up in the air. So,
whoa!
Sneaks it in there.
Forehand break.
Big break.
It was
Castine to Ray Illian. Ray Illian, who I saw make a number of big plays. He D'd up Danny Clark.
See that again here?
Iron side.
And
watch him go low.
Right under the arm there.
Look at that. Sneaky. So this is an entirely new Sockeye team. He said that we restock from the juniors level players in Seattle. So he says we don't have to go out of Seattle to get our players. So it's amazing the amount of players that are around these days, and how a team can win in 2008 and have an entire turnover and come back and be in the finals here at Club Worlds 2 years later with a totally revamped roster.
Sockeye playing a zone.
Not a lot of wind, so this is just to disrupt the rhythm. This is something that if you read Jim Paranella's books on techniques and tactics, he says that sometimes it doesn't matter if they're going to score either way. We talked about how offensive efficiency, but if you get them out of rhythm, sometimes that can be an advantage for later in the game. And even for this point, just to show them something different. I think that's what they're concerned about here. They got their break. They got their break after that huge pull. What they need to do is make Revolver think a little bit more, get in their heads. And this is a good way to do it.
It's a lot of work, but it's
Greeno with the disc. He laces it deep to the end zone. He's got Garcia. He's got two of them there. Taylor Casquino, I think, with the score there.
Sockeye player underneath the line there.
My bad. Cassidy Rasmussen with the score.
Good patient work on the part of Revolver there. The score is tied 5-5.
So here's the pull from Mac Taylor, and it's hanging up. Looks like it's going to curl out of bounds, but maybe not. Stays in, but dies a little short. That's an easy dish up the line there. It's a good 20 yards. But they don't jack it. There's a good little movement underneath. No problem. Lots of space. They got all day here to work it. They're working up the line. No problem. Caldo with the disc. Okay, now they got some trouble. Is he going to go for the hammer? No. Break marks it. Swings it over to Ben. Takes it over to B-Stock. B-Stock's been with this team for a while.
We'll see if we can get the...
It's Aaron Talbot. My bad.
Yeah. Now, players are supposed to stay off the line a little bit, but we'll see if we can...
Pick call. So, Fives and Sockeye with the... I think they got the break back. I think they're on serve, if I recall correctly. No call. And goal.
And a score.
And call. No call. Call? No call? They're trying to figure it out. Revolver's like, guys, come on. Somebody
call it.
I heard something. I stopped running because somebody said something. But, oh, yeah, it was a foul on the throw. So that's interesting, Brent. This is something in whiff diff. The rules say if a foul is made, play stops on the call. So if you foul and throw the disc, it's not a completion. It should go back to the original foul call. But we never play that way in the States. But if you read the rules specifically, and this happened in our game against Trebled Past, it will say that the point of the call of the foul at that point is where the disc goes to. So that's why you saw half the players for Revolver stop. And then they're like, oh, it was one of those foul continuation. Well, in UPA, we always let that go. So whatever, just play it, basically. So they're almost adapting. The rules are kind of merging in. It's really hard to keep track sometimes, the minor differences and the large difference between whiff diff and UPA, especially when you prefer one over the other, as some of these teams might. So there's the pull from Castine, who has gotten props online for being a puller. And there's a big deep look. Okay, I think that's Garcia sending it deep. He's got a Sockeye player. Wow, nice read there, and checked it down. Is that Sherwood again? No, it's called a push-off foul. Well, no foul call, but he's a warning from the Sockeye player on Josh Wiseman.
Well, we'll see the replay here. It did look like there was contact.
I mean, I think if there was, he was getting position. He's just simply boxing out.
Yeah.
There
was an arm.
That's a good non-call. It's a good non-call by Bailey Russell, number 8 there for Sockeye, who mentioned it to him. Just let him know, like, hey, you did get me with the arm there.
But I'm not calling it.
Yeah, but I'm not calling it. And I think that's the right thing.
Yeah. And the score is 6-6. Revolver's pulling to Sockeye. This is... wind does look like it's almost dead completely. Might be a little...
It's getting a little hot.
It's warm. It's warm up here in the booth, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And that pulls out of bounds.